Hello, my name is Samuel Gallegos, and I did my research on international business travel, the engine of innovation. Theories used for my research study are face to face communication may be particularly important for the transfer of technology because technology is best explained and demonstrated in person. It's easier to learn technology from other people instead of learning it from a computer or something that already has technology. When you hear it from a person, I feel like you can understand it much better. And my other theory is business travel has a significant effect on international trade and foreign direct investment. So I think Americans travel for work or for wherever, I think we have better chance of having trades with other countries, which will lead to more money and a positive effect for both countries. Potential research questions going into this are: does in person interaction for technology increase the rate of patenting? How does travel impact innovation? What is the impact of inward business travelers in raising a country's rate of innovation? And for this study to be specific, I'm saying all travelers are US citizens. And to add on to this point, I'm just very curious to hear, what does a U.S. citizen like? What benefits America by American business people traveling to other countries to do trade? Which U.S. states have the most patents, and what U.S. industries have the most patents? The importance of this research for me was I wanted to see if business travel has a positive impact on a country's innovation. Again, it goes back to what I said earlier. I wanted to see if um, being cordial with other businesses in other countries will lead to a positive impact or a negative impact on their specific country. I wanted to see how much face-to-face interaction impacts patenting, innovation, and trade relations. And I wanted to see what states had the most patents in this time frame. So the research design that was laid out was there were track U.S. citizens traveling to foreign countries between 1993 and 2003. So for just that decade, um, we tracked their county, main and secondary purpose of the trip, the main and secondary destination of these foreign cities, their occupation, the quarter, and the year of travel. And in the study, it was divided travelers into subgroups. So like people that were visiting family, or were just going on a vacation, or were actually conducting business. And the goal of this research was to track business travelers and the amount of times they travel internationally in a year. And I wanted to estimate the relationship between the rate of innovation and the inward business travelers from abroad. Um, so I wanted to figure out the ratio of what was happening abroad and what was happening with inward travelers, so U.S. travelers. I wanted to also track the innovation that is done through U.S. patent counts. I wanted to track specifically joint patents, investor per patents, foreign patents with at least one U.S. investor listed. And these patents were also divided by industries and by states. So here you see displayed right here is the data. So I'm going to have you look through this just for a sec. California had 202,830 patents, which doesn't surprise me. They're a huge state. Here's some more of the data. Another high number I thought was computers and communications, which was 74,403. Um, and here's my specific analysis on both those charts. The results indicate that international business travel does have a significant effect. And to be specific, 10% increase in business travel leads to 0.2 increase in patenting. So the more business people that come to a different country and work with international business, the better chance that country, so example, a US businessman flies to China, does business with the Chinese, and all of a sudden they get a patent, right? Well, US, the country itself is going to benefit, and that explains the increase in the patenting. The impact on innovation depends on the quality of the technological knowledge carried by each business traveler. So each of these travelers need to have good knowledge on technology in order to do business with these other countries. And from the graph, California, New York, and Texas have the most patents. It makes sense. They're three of the most popular states in the country. So that did not surprise me when I saw that study. Patents are spread throughout many industries, is what I found out through this. And I didn't think that. I thought patents were just like specific, like I didn't think a lot of industries were into it. But after doing this study, I was very shocked by what I found. And I did find that main categories were miscellaneous, computer communications, computer hardware and software, and drugs and medicine. Yes, drugs. That was something that also threw me off. When it comes to Christian principles regarding this international trade and patents, the first one needs to be generosity. I think it is so important to share technology and ideas with other people so that they can improve also on their technology. Whether you're rivals with a certain company going to a same country, it's important to tell the other company what technology is doing, how we're going to benefit it, how we're going to have trade. Um, I think it is very important to spread technology, even with other countries as well. Two Bible verses that I had with both of these themes of generosity was Isaiah 40:29, and that says, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." And Proverbs 11:25, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." I know it's 2020, and it's very rare to see generosity these days, but in order for our country to grow and to help grow other countries, we need to be able to share knowledge and help build one another up. And that's something that, especially this year, our world has gone away from, even in businesses. How does this apply to international business? Companies could only use face to face interaction, phone calls, email, and fax to communicate when this study was conducted. Any company would be wise to continue to prioritize business traveling to their agenda because it is only going to benefit because they're going to be able to use technological advances. Um, for example, look at Zoom this year because of COVID. It's helped students in the classroom communicate with teachers. That's how we're having classes. Same goes with international business. An American businessman flies to Japan and they're able to Zoom, FaceTime with either their coworkers back home and they're able to stay in touch with their families. And the same goes if they're in America, they can Zoom and talk to the people from Japan that they're doing business or trades with. Face to face interaction develops a relationship. And with that, there's more opportunity to share knowledge. Again, it goes back to generosity. We need to find ways to build one another up. That's how countries are going to grow with one another. And here are my references. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Thank you.